Good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Bar, and we're here to discuss some wrestling. All right, I hope all of you are having a good one. However you catch this, whenever you catch this, we will be discussing April 6th, 2026. Raw, what a show. What a show indeed. Now, this wouldn't be an episode if I didn't get to my weekly wrestling report. This is going to be quick. There's not a lot to touch on, but there are some really cool things that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. This first topic is not one of them. Alberto Del Rio has been arrested in Mexico for domestic violence. There's a fork in the kitchen. Not too surprised about that one. But what I will say is people are making memes of it. Kind of funny. Not the domestic violence. Not the domestic violence. The mugshot. The DV is never funny. We also had a pretty good amount of pictures come out of Charlotte Flair's birthday on April 5th. My birthday twin. Pretty fucking dope. I think that's pretty cool. Also, Darwin is my birthday twin, or our birthday triplet. I don't know how that would really work. So that actually was pretty cool to see. We love to see a fellow Aries. This is going to be a Charlotte Flair fan club now. Either you get in or you get out. It's really all there is to it. Mercedes Moné has dropped her final belt, ending this belt collector series. Realistically, when she comes back, she will be going after the AEW Women's World Championship. And in a perfect world, it's either going to be on Athena or Willow by then. So hey, who knows what we're going to get. But that is on the way. And finally, Callie Armstrong, all right, one of my biggest prospects for 2026 is officially getting signed to the NXT roster. Hopefully, she is used properly. They have a lot of good black women in that locker room. So hopefully we can just get some more good matches between them. Kaylani had a pretty fun segment with Jada, as unfavorable as Jada is outside of the wrestling world. Hey, that was a very cool segment. There's a lot of good things going on with NXT. That a stand and deliver was received pretty well. I didn't really think it was all that, but that's my personal taste, right? Who the fuck am I? There was a lot of okay things about this week in the world of wrestling, right? But what I can definitely say is that the world's always going to keep moving with this. That the wrestling industry is always going to keep moving. So all these new pieces and new things going on, when it comes to new signees, when it comes to new releases, right? I'm always gonna bring it up. There's some release from CMML. I think her name was like Daya or Dalia, something like that. Listen, a lot of weird shit happening, right? And the chessboard is a flurry, all right? So we're gonna have to keep our eyes on that. Getting into this Raw for April 6, 2026, I felt nothing but disdain. I had to wake up on Saturday morning after that horrible SmackDown and realized that there was no Collision to look forward to. And I wept for about 4 hours after that. This Raw was like a last gasp of air before your windpipe gets broken in a home invasion. That's pretty much what this Raw was. It had such potential, and I think what my main issue is they do things like they bring Rey Mysterio back, and they add all these parts to the night, but it just feels so empty. There's nothing about tonight that makes me go, man, I'm excited to see WrestleMania. Bro, they literally left so many important people of this fucking year, of last year's wrestling, they left so much of honestly the highlights of 2025 off of the card, and I'm just like, how do you do that? Like, how do you book a WrestleMania with no Ilya Dragunov? How do you book a WrestleMania with no Mello? How do you book a WrestleMania with no Street Profits? No Kairi Sane? Asuka? And then they're doing this thing where like it's so fucking funny, man. It's so funny. I think a lot of you remember when I said that they do this thing where during the fourth quarter, during the last 30 seconds of the fourth quarter, they do all types of shit. Like they'll explain a storyline in under 30 seconds, right? Or they'll sit here and they'll just add a bunch of fucking matches to the card. And I guess my biggest issue is they have so much time to do shit like that. And to think that people go, well, this is our final card. Breaking, ESPN, brand new update. Breaking, Wall Street Journal, new update for WrestleMania. It's like I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of everything being a fucking marketing play to these people. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's me being crazy, but there's no reason why individuals like Kairi Sane and Asuka aren't on this WrestleMania card. Fucking Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez. These are the workhorses of 2025. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez combined have wrestled over 50 matches, maybe even more. Maybe double that if you want to count AAA, the dark matches, main event, NXT. Them niggas, bro, they had Raquel Rodriguez in NXT and she can't get a WrestleMania match. Oh, but you know what she'll get? No. My apologies, chat. My apologies, chat. Finn Balor's match where they're officially going to bury the demon. That's what's going to happen. They're going to officially bury Finn Balor in this entire gimmick, all because he broke his fucking shoulder 10 years ago on the account of Seth Rollins. Crazy fucking company, bro. Crazy fucking company. Let's get right into it. There's nothing else to really discuss. There's no more cold open. Listen. This night it had so much just going for it, especially with us being so close to WrestleMania. But then it's like you remember everything they do, and it's just disappointing. It's fucking disappointing. Punk goes out there for 10 minutes. He talks to himself for 10 minutes. He talks to the crowd, and there's some good moments in there we're gonna get to later. But this nigga Roman, bro, it's literally the unemployed one, bro. Throughout heaven and earth, he is unemployed. And I really do mean that shit. He does not come to work. A video promo. Hey, fucking a live chat, bro. FaceTime the nigga. Fuck, man. Like, it's shocking to believe that somebody can put this little of effort into their fucking, into their bread and butter. Honestly, because if when acting doesn't work out for The Rock with that horrible Moana movie, can we take a little bit of a detour for that Moana movie? First off, why does Moana get a live action, but Princess and the Frog doesn't get a live action? And also, why the fuck is Dwayne The Rock Johnson playing that nigga when you should be getting somebody who could, I don't know, maybe look that size? They literally got this nigga Dwayne in like a buff suit. Oh god, this shit looks horrible, bro. Everything about that shit is ugly. They'll do live action instead of giving you new, fresh stories, because that's easier and it's cheaper for these niggas. There's nothing about Moana that I want to see in 2026 or in 2027. Wholeheartedly, it's nothing. There's nothing at all. The Rock. He does catch a stray in this promo, but nigga, you aren't here, or will you be here? You know what? I think the possibility of TKO getting real desperate and honestly just completely submitting to the will of these niggas. I guarantee you, John Cena is getting a massive payday. A massive payday. He made this entire thing, went on this entire media scrum to clean up that horrible ending and how horrible that ending was received, right? He does the whole, you're never gonna see me again, it was like saying goodbye to a dying family member. And then the dying family member is just gonna wheel his corpse back out, right? That's how that works, John. Hey, ask Ari Emanuel how this shit makes sense. I do not put it past The Rock that The Rock might come back. Honestly, I'll be honest. I'll be so honest with everybody. I would be so much more interested in a CM Punk Rock 2026 promo than anything that unemployed nigga can give me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. At least Rock lets you know I don't come to this shit on purpose. I intentionally don't come here. Roman's like, hey guys, I'm not here because I'm watching from home, getting big, staying on the grind. Tribal Trumpy on top. Shit's corny. To me at least, I can't get behind it. CM Punk is out here every fucking night. They may have booked Jade to dog shit. We're going to get to this Jade. I said I'm done with the cold open, but I promise we're making progression here, right? They may have booked Jade to dog shit, but at least she's there. Punk is there. This nigga Roman just don't do anything, right? Punk is talking to an empty fucking ring for a good 10 minutes. There's some really good moments. He mentions that, you know, Roman had to eat dog food for Vince McMahon, based as fuck. He mentions that he does movies and shows all the time, never misses an episode or never misses a week of Raw. Based, that's true, it's factually honest. And then he kind of coasts. He coasts for a good 5 or so minutes. It's kind of him just trying to play to the crowd. Houston's kind of not really giving him anything to work with, I'll be honest. They give him what chance when he mentions the name Harley Race? Harley Race, and like, it genuinely gets what chance. I wanted to create a village so I can fucking blow it up in Minecraft. I couldn't do it. Punk then eventually gets to Pat McAfee. You know, he digs on him for saying like, hey, don't talk about my business. What the fuck is your problem? I bleed and I sweat and I'll die for this industry. What the fuck have you done? Honestly, again, we're on a good 3 out of 3 here. I really can't make too many arguments against it. I'm sorry. I genuinely can't. He also attacks Ari Emanuel, saying that the ticket prices are way too high, and I'm pretty sure that's everything. Now, this is a good 8 out of 10 promo. Was it a work? Obviously. This is obviously a work. But what I will say is if they do lower ticket prices, I mean, that'll be a positive. That is a net positive. Like, we have to take our wins where we can, right? The idea of some 9-year-old, you know, in the rural outskirts of Nevada being able to go see this show because it's only $100 a pop, and, you know, and dad got a little bit of overtime last week. Listen, that's a positive. That is a net positive. I can definitely say that I don't know if they'll make these tickets as cheap as like $109. Like, that is what you should be doing. You should be, you know, playing to the income of your consumer, right? So they can keep coming back. You create a returning fan. They probably won't do something like that though, right? I don't know what the game plan here is for WrestleMania. I don't know if they're even imagining of lowering ticket prices for real. Like, if they do it, guys, imagine this. It's gonna go from like $3,000 for the nosebleeds to like $2,500 for the nosebleeds. You know what I mean? Like, that's a $500 decrease. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I don't know. And again, unless it's gonna be like, unless the max ticket is like $1,000, they're not gonna budge. No tickets are gonna budge. Nothing budged when Cena was announced. Nothing was budged when they did the discounts, plural discounts. They kept talking about 316 Day. I thought this nigga Stone Cold was just having I thought niggas was just celebrating Stone Cold. They cut down the fucking prices by what was it, like 3%, or what was it, a 31.6%. 31.6. These niggas are scrambling. Yo, they're scrambling, and understandably so, because they haven't done the effort to build up a powerhouse, to build up, you know, a Javon, to build up a Melo, right? Javon should be having an Intercontinental match with Kofi Kingston. That's in the that's right there. My nigga, that's right there. Listen, you do some silly little gimmick, you get R-Truth on this insane fucking 10 winning streak, put some stupid little belt on him. Now that's a career-making moment for Javon Evans, going into a WrestleMania match at the age of 21 with the one and only Ron Killings, the first black NWA champion. Like, why do none of these things matter all of a sudden? Why? Because I Show Speed wants to, you know, get a couple of moments to shine? Huh? Because Logan Paul wants to remind all you niggas to buy Prime and invest in Prime, like he invested in TKO. I'm sorry, like, stop me when I'm lying. I don't know. Some comments that I liked that I think are standouts are: I came out last week cousinless, and I beat your ass, and I didn't need help putting you through a table like you and your cousins needed help putting this old man through a table. I like that a lot. He said that they sent your beltless ass to Jimmy Fallon because you're safe and you're easy and you're recyclable, just like plastic. But me, I'm unhinged and they don't know what else say. I think for the context of Roman Reigns, that works, cause the nigga barely does that. So I think that's saying, hey, he's plastic, it's fine. And again, it works because Roman doesn't work. It just makes sense. And then he also said that his first 8 WrestleManias sucked. Historically accurate from Mr. Philip Pepsi. This is probably one of his better promos in a while, and I understand why they did this at the beginning of the night, because boy oh boy, when I tell you what happens at the end of this night, you won't believe it. You will not believe what happens at the end of this fucking night. As I discussed, all the important people for the past year are just fucking stiff-armed off this WrestleMania card. Braun Breaker apparently perfectly fine to go. Nowhere. Hey, not around. He's not around. Rey Mysterio's back in action. He declares himself for a 6-man IC match that has JD McDonough for some weird fucking reason. This should honestly just be a 1v1 with Javon Evans and any IC champion you could think about. Hey, Dolph Ziggler. Hey, give me the gobbledygooker. Give me anybody, and Javon Evans could put on a good match. Again, shout out to bro, 21 years old on the WrestleMania card. Very, very cool shit. Insanely inspiring from homie. What I will say though for sure is that this match just booked awfully. I'm not a big fan of how this has been booked. Like, nigga, this could have been Trick. Y'all realize we could have been watching Trick and Javon for the IC championship? Like, whatever. And then Mello and Eli for the... Fuck me. Okay, whatever. I just thought about that shit and it genuinely just pissed me off. That off the cuff, I just got 2 fucking WrestleMania night matches, 1 and 2 with a story. With Mello and Eli, night 2 for the US belt. Javon and Trick, night 1 for the fucking Intercontinental belt. There's no way these niggas didn't pitch that. Are we fucking insane? Oh my gosh. Whatever. So the first match of the night, the first official match is LA Knight, yeah, versus Austin Theory. Austin Theory Graps on my television screen. They don't give this nigga any rep time, so he's gotten a little rusty, understandably so. I did say that he's very brilliant in that ring. There was a kind of impromptu, ring pad spot that I think was actually really good, but I mean, even with like the inclusion of Speed, bro, I'm just not here. Like, I'm so disassociated from this fucking night, and I think that's the problem that like the Federation doesn't realize. You're disassociating a lot of these fans when you just throw celebrities out here. Like, hey, not for nothing, but you guys are gonna keep pumping up this fucking Hulkamaniac, fucking, the documentary. Listen, the 40-year-olds in that audience that are there for that, they don't care about IShowSpeed. Now, was IShowSpeed insanely athletic? Yes. Hey, is he a perfect, just naturally overdramatic guy? Yes. Yeah, all of these things are 100% true. But you want to know what else is true? This could be anybody else. This could be a Kairi Sane match. This could be our introduction to Powerhouse Hobbs, and now we'll come into the fold after the WrestleMania season. We already know what's going on with LA Knight, yeah, and Speed. We already seen it because these niggas on the fucking WWE Twitter and social pages keep showing that image from Speed's live where LA Knight threw him into the fucking PC stand. And I understand I sound like I'm like rambling here. They keep forcing this shit down our throat, and I think that's my biggest issue here. And again, Speed, natural athlete. It's not going to be a bad match, but why is he out here? And then if anything, my nigga, if I'm booking WrestleMania, I need Speed to go in a match. He's gonna go in at least a 10-minute, semi-squash match versus Braun Breaker before, Speed maybe like, due to Braun Breaker's own kind of negligence, Speed gets in a low blow, maybe, or he gets in some kind of sneaky little roll up. And then he rolls out there. I don't fucking listen. Literally, you can just do something like I forget what match it was, but there was some guy from Jackass, and the entire thing was I'm just gonna get beat up for the entire match. And then I think he hit like a DDT, a really simple finisher, and he got like either like a 1-2, and then somebody went over on him. I can't really remember the statistics of this, but Speed is likable, and you can put him in a match, and everything will be fine. You have to book it correctly though, and I think somebody like Braun, who he does have a kind of history with, that'd be better. Also, the idea that history isn't stories, shut the fuck up. You're wrong. If I remember you from somewhere, that's a story I can tell. Hey, if I seen somebody in the corner store buying a bag of popcorn, I can now have an argument with somebody the next day after seeing them buy that bag of popcorn. The fuck are we talking about? Having history with somebody is 100% a story. Again, when booked correctly, but that's neither here nor there. I don't love the idea of Speed being here to take up space, but him using logic against LA Knight being like, hey, Logan is the bad guy. Logan's the evil guy. Logan is the person who is dragging me along in this. I am actively unhappy being here. Notice how unhappy I am. I don't know. I like it because even when like Speed was like, bro, how the fuck did you get in my house? LA Knight's just like, kayfabe, kid. Like, listen, I just think it's actually very funny. And, you know, back to Kaylani and Jada Parker. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's having fun here. So I guess I can kind of be okay with that. I wish Logan Paul wasn't on my screen, but whatever. You know, we got Austin Theory to be a tag champion, but at what cost, chat? At what cost? Man. Fuck, this is disappointing. Michael Cole, he does a disavowing of Pat McDouble. My only thing is, you know, what if Pat just turned into like Jimmy Hart all of a sudden? You know, like he just became like insanely dickish, like fucking razor sharp on the mic, insanely like charismatic on the ring side for a manager. Listen, we do need heel managers, and if I'm gonna cope with the best of this Pat McDonald shit, the best I'll do is turning him into like a headcanon Jimmy Hart. You know, that's pushing it. That's pushing it, but whatever. He does talk for a living, so I guess maybe he'll, I don't know, man. Trying our best, man. Trying our best. Let's see if MAGA-fee can cook up something interesting, man. Who knows? I wonder how the pro-Republican individuals in the wrestling community are taking those statements from Punk. Eyebrow. We're checking back on that later. There's a Judgment Day segment. Don't fucking care. Not interested in it. They do this entire thing with Dominic Mysterio online. They do like a thing like on socials only. Oh, the demon's coming back. Fuck out of here. I don't care. Don't care. Why the fuck should I? You shouldn't care either. Honestly, how they treat Finn Balor after a fucking an unpredictable injury that wasn't his fault. Horrible. Honestly, them doing this let me know that over on this nigga Finn, despite Dom not defending that AAA title for Lord knows how long. They practically had to fucking peel this nigga out of catering to get the IC title. Brother, this shit is insane, man. Fucking insane. There's a Last Legend and Bayley match. Last Legend should be your women's United States champion. There's nothing really else I could say about that. It's a fact of the matter. She's great. She's amazing. Bayley goes in there and she makes a young talent look strong. Fork found in the kitchen, but Bayley has been a staple of this women's division. Bayley has been a staple of this women's division for Lord knows how long. She's finally getting the shine she deserves. And honestly, again, her even getting these minutes with Lash to kind of display like the capabilities of Bayley. I like it. This is a positive all around. No real issues with this. But again, it should have a little bit more importance, right? Like this could be a title match. This could be a title match going into WrestleMania, right? Or anything. This could quite literally be anything with the athleticism and honestly the prowess of a Last Legend, right? But whatever. Again, like it's genuinely just me fucking just screaming at a fucking at a gaseous cloud, right? Because this bald moron doesn't even have a fucking thought. He doesn't even have a muscle function in that skull of his. It's just gas, simply gas. So there's nothing else to really break down with this match. It slowly disevolves into like this fatal 4 tagway thing that they keep telling us is gonna happen. Listen, I was joking with it being TLC. I actually think that one of these matches being like some kind of instrument match is going to like genuine. I think one of these matches being like an actual instrument match is going to change the trajectory of this entire pay-per-view. Now, when I say instrument match, I do not mean a kendo stick and trash can match. And I think that's what the fuck they're gonna do. I think there's gonna be a lot of trash cans, a lot of kendo sticks. No blades. No one's gonna blade on. Okay, I want to create like a bit of a quote unquote Deadpool, right? I will put $2 USD into this Deadpool pot. How many people are actually going to blade on the WrestleMania card? With as many, no holds barred, no sanction, we can't tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy. No disqualification matches that they have. How many blades are we gonna get? Punk's gonna blade, that's for sure. So that's 1 blade, that's $2, right? Are we gonna get a Sammy blade? Probably not. None of the women are gonna blade, unfortunately. Let's see, who else is on this card? Is Roman blading? Let's be honest. A Cody blade against Randy? Maybe. Cody might blade. Now we have 2 blades. 2 blades out of 35 participants all in total. There's not a lot of matches. Guys, not a lot of matches for WrestleMania. Who else is gonna blade? Is anyone actually gonna blade? Like, we have Punk and we have Cody. That's it. That's all I got for you. Punk and Cody, 2 champions. This WrestleMania is going to be so fucking hard to watch with the negligent booking. Like this in of itself, right? Like the women's division being what it is, that shit's insanely negligent, right? There's not one match on this card that I think is going to be like, yo, what's gonna I can't wait to see. Even with Oba and Brock, and I'm not spoiling anything because we're not to that segment in the video yet, but it's gonna be an Oba dub. Like, and that's obvious. That's in the tea leaves. And the tea leaves are getting sold for $2.99 at your nearest fucking speedway. It is what it is. It is like, it's very obvious what we're going to be seeing from this WrestleMania. And it's like, what's the point of even doing predictions? Honestly, what do you get from doing WrestleMania predictions? You think Roman Reigns, the unemployed one, throughout heaven and earth, he is unemployed? You think that nigga's gonna get a championship back? Hey, honestly, you think that they're gonna put the belt on Randy? For what? As I said, so Pat McAfee could run around and beat Jimmy Hart for a couple summers? Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. Hey, if it happens and it helps the brand and, you know, Randy grows from it, the fans start getting pat over in this really organic kind of wrestling fashion, that's awesome. That's great. Is that actually going to happen, though? Or are we just feeding Randy to the Sharks like we fed John to the Sharks? Like we tried to feed Rey Mysterio to the Sharks. Rey Mysterio will not be eating a pin to that 6-foot German nigga. Go get Seth. Hey, my knee's fucked up. Are you sure? I'm positive. I'm not wrestling Gunther. Hey, we put Gunther in another match. I guess I'm fine. Hey, I'm honky-dory. Good as new. The second they put the pen to paper that Gunther will be wrestling Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio is like, oh man, I feel as good as new. Hey man, hey, listen, again, you can say that this is just coincidence, but the booking for these matches are horrible. All of them. The only thing I can kind of look to that is salvaged a little bit is Steph and Liv. Because Steph and Liv, their entire thing is just on site. On site. When I see you, I see you. Have them fucking hands up. And you better have all the energy you had online. That's it. That's all Steph and Liv is about. And honestly, I can get behind that. Respectfully, I can get with that. I can. It's a really simple story. Fucking, when you see me, have them hands ready. That's it. That's it. And hey, it works. It's working for me. It's over with me. That's all that fucking matters. So honestly, if we're not going to be discussing Liv and Morgan, like if we're not going to be discussing the Liv Morgan and her massive knot that she gained last night after her head collision with, you know, one Roxy Perez, there's not a lot else to really get into for tonight. Again, like Seth and Gunther have this brawl, and as they're brawling, I'm just like, why the fuck are y'all fighting? And then Gunther has this thing with Paul. He's like, oh, you know, don't just have me a thank you. You have a lot more to give me than just a thank you. And I'm like, Gunther, what fucking history do you have with Paul? You owe him some, bro. You think Paul owes you something? Tommy Dreamer would like a word. Like, even in this nigga Gunther being like, yo, like you owe me something. So there's not running this Rey Mysterio match at all, I guess. I guess the next match for Brock is quite literally going to be, I guess the next match for Gunther is just going to be Brock, which is like, Hey, we're gonna see power bombs and F5s between Gunther and Brock. Yay! The guy named in a human trafficking case with a woman who is still having an ongoing investigation with a federal government. Yay! We love it here, don't we, folks? We love it here, don't we? I'm so happy. So lucky for when a torn meniscus. Like bro said he had some like fucking, he said he torn his ACL, tenderism, straight off the bone. And all of a sudden he's good now. Somebody's lying. I'm just gonna say that right now. Somebody fucking lying. And honestly, good on Rey Mysterio for pulling the wool back over Triple K's fucking bald ass. Good, I'm happy to see it. But unfortunately, we have to look at that bald ass head later in the night, though. Won't get into it. Rhea Ripley's out here with her queer baiting partner, Io Sky. Io does not have a set match for WrestleMania, but we discussed that earlier in the video. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're trying to rage bait us. It's working. They should probably stop doing that to create a retainable fan base, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. And basically what happens is Rhea says some shit, and then Michin and B-Fab come down with Jade, and they jump Io. Don't care. That's how I feel about that. It's unfortunate. Jade is a goddess. She looks like a champion, moves like a champion. I wish they gave her better promo work, because, you know, you are supposed to hit points, you are supposed to go for the script. The scripts they give her is dog shit. But I mean the moves, like, but I mean, honestly, from her arsenal to how she carries herself, she is a champion. That's a fucking champion right there. And the idea that they fed her Mefab And the idea that they fed her B-Fab and Meechin to sabotage her fucking title run, bro. They fed her Meechin and B-Fab for like 5 straight months. While Charlotte Flair sat over there, Alexa Bliss sat over there, Chelsea Green just off in the hey, imaginary fairy tale land, doesn't even matter anymore. It's fucking weird, bro. It's weird. It's weird as fuck how many times Jade has to go out there, turn shit into gold. And if she fails, it's Jade's fault. If they put this belt back on Rhea, bro, along with them stiff-arming Mello and the Street Profits off of this card, along with them keeping Hobbs on the fucking dark main event shows, is there nothing else that we got to talk about, bro? Honestly, like, is there? What will it take? What will it take? What's Rey Fenix doing? Can one of you tell me what Rey Fenix is up to? Prominent luchador? Top of the world in fucking lucha wrestling 2-3 years ago. What is he up to? It's fucking sad, man. Fucking sad. Also, you know, since we discussed, you know, the collision of heads, the meeting of minds, if you would, between Rox Pops and Liv Morgan, we have to discuss this. Liv Morgan, she won the Women's Royal Rumble. There's no reason why she isn't main eventing, or at least co-main eventing. No reason. No reason at all. If these two women in Jade Cargill and Stephanie Vakir as the champions aren't co-main eventing WrestleMania, basically, if for anybody who's a little bit green, that's going to be the second to last match before the show goes home, right? If that's not where your women's world champions are going to go, oh, this company has lost the fucking plot. Listen, the head of your creative is over there dick-eating Trump, who's practically egging on a nuclear fucking annihilation. So, listen, we can get into the weeds of what these niggas are actually doing, but to fumble something as simple as that of, like, booking, the niggas in creative are actually lost. Actually lost in the sauce. Like, it's no getting out of it. It's no fucking getting out of it. This last segment is, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's Brock and Oba. Triple H gets an entire entrance because he's a fucking egomaniac.
قول الصوارم كي تسترد المظالم حتى الأراضي ساموا رسول أهل العزائم القول قول الصوارم كي تسترد المظالم حتى الأراضي ساموا رسول أهل العزائم.
Who couldn't stop Oba or Brock from getting this insane momentum or heat without literally injecting himself into it like a little fucking gigged chest bastard. It wasn't even good. Right? Like somebody who wants another piece of cake at the cookout, like genuinely just hungry for attention, starving for fucking attention, starving for approval and admiration. The fans over there, Hunter, Triple H, we love you, Triple H, we love you. We're here. We love you, Triple H. Ugh, fuck out of here. Shit's gross. Honestly, Brock is, he doesn't allow Oba to get in the ring for real. They end this night on a brawl segment, and I think that's why I said this Raw is literally like a dying gasp of air before you're choked to death. Like it really does embody everything you want from a decent show, right? Like there's massive larger than life characters, when there's champions and there's semblances of stories, and then you have people like Punk who can just move the crowd so naturally, right? And then you think about what they do to people back there like a Kairi Sane, like a Roxanne Perez, individuals back there like a Pete Dunne, what the plans are for people like Chad Gable, Omis, Powerhouse Hobbs, Mello. Like what are the plan for people like this? Are they like, if the idea is everyone we can't get on the WWE main card is just supposed to, waste away in AAA? No disrespect to AAA, but I mean, how many people that watch SmackDown tune into AAA every week? Respectfully, it's, oh man, I really don't know how else to feel about tonight, man. Tonight was hard. Tonight was tougher. Brock started like throwing furniture, and I guess in my mind I was like, oh, this makes for like a good visual, until like he started throwing furniture, and I think he actually may have concussed a guy, and I was like, all right, well now this is just it's automatically lost all of the fun. There were certain points in the night where like the crowd was just like, ooh, that's not good. Like when Roxanne's head collided with Liv Morgan. I'm gonna keep using that word. This is funny. When it did collide, when their heads met in the middle, it literally like was this audible like, oh, like a groan. And I kind of felt the same thing when like Brock threw that chair and the guy like got clocked in the face and took an instant dive. It was like, all right, we should and then Oba, noticeably, when he threw the chair on his end, he aimed for some guy's legs, and it's like, yeah, Brock, that was not a good idea. But that's their thing, right? Their new thing is just doing shit on the fly, not saying anything scripted, or if something is scripted, they put on the dirt sheets that it's not. It's like, I don't know. After that Seth Rollins injury, and it's unfortunate. I'm not even being hyperbolic here. It's genuinely unfortunate. I think this nigga Triple K got a god complex. I think he realized, oh, I can make reality whatever I want. And this is the exact same trap Vince fell into, right? Vince got this god superiority complex, and then he lost his fucking mind. This nigga Triple Reich he's I don't know if he's on the cusp or if he's there, but he's gone. The train has left the station, folks. I guarantee you that nigga has no idea what he's doing for this WrestleMania. If this is a low-rated WrestleMania, do not be surprised. They have people like Drew McIntyre out there, as I stated earlier, in a kendo stick and trash can match. One of your best orators and probably one of the sharpest wrestlers, just pound for pound, you have back there. What does he get? What does Io get? Asuka, Raquel Rodriguez, these are people who have put themselves on the front lines for this company. What do they get? You know? But Little Yachty gets a free ride, right? Jelly Roll gets a free ride to the top. It's like, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? April 6, 2026, that was everything for Raw. A very disappointing, easy 4 out of 10. It was fine, but when you compare this to the dog shit that you've been given, you'll say that anything's fine. You know, like when you're giving fucking, when you're giving excrement, for your nightly supper every single night, like you're gonna enjoy, a dollar store, a can of soup. So that's basically what this is. I'm hopefully I can look forward to Dynamite, but as I said, these shows really do leave such a awful taste in your mouth. I don't know what Dynamite's gonna be. And again, NXT seems to be on the up and up. Maybe we'll kind of wrap that into our ROH and TNA conversation that we will have, promise all of you. But that's everything your boy Cappy had. As I said, there's a lot of other stuff going up for the rest of the week, so hope all of you stick around for it. All right, hope all of you have a great one, however you catch this, whenever you catch this. And as I always say, all right, you all stay tuned, stay safe, stay beautiful. Peace.